Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. So I decided to do another video where you can actually see my face. I wanted to just thank everyone who joined yesterday, and I wanted to thank everyone who participated in the live chat, as well as my my moderators. And I wanted to wish all of you a happy summer solstice. So happy summer solstice. It's June 20th, 2021. This is a timeless reading, but of course, if you're catching this on the day of the summer solstice, 2021, it's going to be that much more potent and powerful. And I want to talk today on Father's Day about what some of you might be going through. In addition, I'm going to be doing a reading, and we're going to be using the Syrian Starseed Tarot. We're going to be using the Angel Answers Oracle deck, the Moonology Oracle cards, and the Work Your Light Oracle cards. I choose decks that I'm drawn to for that specific day, for the specific energies that are at play, and this is what I was drawn to today. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the tarot deck here, and as I'm shuffling this, I want to acknowledge what some of you might be going through today. So a lot of us in this community, the Lightworker community, the Starseed community, the Twin Flame community, the Soulmate community, this may not be the most joyous of days. This could be a very challenging day. Some of you have lost your fathers. Some of you do not have fathers who were ever present. Some of you have fathers physically present, but emotionally not present. Some of you have stepfathers who were like a father to you. Some of you were raised by an incredible mother. Okay, there could be a plethora of reasons, and there's more that I'm sure I haven't named. So if you've had a complicated relationship with your father, or if your birth father has not been present, or if you've lost your father, I want to especially let you know that you're not alone, and that it's okay to feel whatever feelings you're feeling today, including the feelings of anger, including the feelings of sadness, of grief, of loss, of heartache, wishing things could be different, wanting to be able to go back in time and say that thing. And I think if there's anything that any of us have learned on this journey, it's that it's important to say what's on your heart before it's too late. And so for some people, that may mean reaching out today to your counterpart, or to your father, or to a father figure. Maybe an apology is warranted or necessary from one or both sides. Maybe an acceptance of an apology is warranted today without the actual apology. Maybe it's just a letter that you write but never send. Maybe it's a meditation that you decide to do to calm your heart. But I see you, I feel you, and I'm standing with you today on this journey. For many of us in this community, it has not been an easy journey with our fathers. And so I want to just honor that. I want to honor whatever it is that you're feeling. In addition, many of you will be feeling physical symptoms and sensations, jaw aches and pains, TMJ syndrome, headaches, especially like headaches emanating from the back of the neck, right? Like way up here, frontal headaches here, sinus pressure and issues. Throat chakra issues, which indicates to me that there are words that need to be said. That's why I said that. There are things that need to be said or discussed that maybe haven't been said or discussed. And this is also the masculines who are in a lot of pain today. They're in a lot of anguish. Your masculine energy, your masculine side will be feeling this pain and anguish too. So we need to be gentle with ourselves. Nausea is another theme that's coming up right now. I had another dream last night about divine masculines coming to me. This time it was a much younger divine masculine and his older brother. And I mean, I'm talking about like 9, 10, 11-year-old masculine. The masculines are coming to me, so I have no choice but to talk about the masculines, because every time I try to sort of step away from talking about the masculines, they come to me in my dreams every single night for weeks now. Almost all of my exes, or all of them, have appeared in my dreams over the past year and a half. My counterpart has appeared in my dreams less so recently, but has also come to me in dream state. So these masculines are coming to us for help. So if you're also receiving dreams and masculines are coming to you in your dream state, they're coming to you for guidance and help. So do what you can to really heal your masculine energy. That's what I would say first and foremost, feminines. Come to terms with your masculine energy, with your relationship with your father, relationship with men in your life, because that's what's coming up today. It's a huge, huge theme, and it's a day of purging. It's a collective day of purging. Some of you may be holding space, but I feel many of you are doing some purging and some transmuting today. So be kind to yourselves, practice some yoga like I did this morning. Meditate, go out in nature, and just get lots and lots of rest. Drink lots and lots of water, hydration. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and enter the tarot portion of the reading. So this is a summer solstice reading in particular, and we're looking into the energies of what is happening on the summer solstice. What is happening on the summer solstice, and how is this affecting the divine counterparts on Earth at this time? So summer solstice, how is this affecting the divine counterparts? I have to put my hair up. It is ridiculously hot. Okay. Whew. I thought I could leave it down. Not an option. Okay. I'm going to separate the deck into 3 separate groups here. And, okay, that looks crazy. I don't know what's happening here, but, okay. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. So these are similar energies, guys, to what came up in one of the readings from yesterday. So if you haven't checked those out, check those out. Give them a like. Share to anyone you feel can benefit. The more people see the videos, the more YouTube will do their algorithm thing, and the more people that can benefit from the messages that are being relayed. Also, we got to 12,000 subscribers, guys, so thank you so much for each and every one of you. If you've even watched one video, 5 minutes of a video, if you've subscribed to my Patreon channel, if you've asked for a private reading, I thank each and every one of you for your contribution to the community, to just doing your work, and I really appreciate all of the effort. Speaking of, if you'd like a personal reading, I do have some spots available for the month of June still. Reach out to me at the email below. But let's go ahead and look at the cards here. So what I see here, first I'm just going to tell you, we have the Strength card that popped out. This is a Leo energy, that fire energy. Guidance, which I'm actually, interesting. Okay. And one second. Guidance, which is strength. Okay, then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is the card of feeling left out in the cold. And then we have the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is, let's start with that. Walking away from something. There is this feeling of walking away from something, or of dealing with our past in some way. What you see here is the cups are, you have 1, 2, 3 that are kind of look like they may be empty or broken or just not as alluring, right? Not as bright. And then this one looks a little brighter, and more bright. And I find that this person who's walking away from this particular part of the journey, this is something that's closing out on an emotional level. The cups represent our emotions and the astrological signs of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So it's a watery energy. It talks about being able to go with the flow, being able to release what needs to be released, to leave the past in the past, and to move forward on your journey. There's a definitive moving forward here of this character, this individual. He is not looking back. You see 1, 2, 3, like 4 sets of footsteps here. He's not looking back at the cups. And these cups no longer are offering him anything. So he's looking to greener pastures, so to speak, but he's actually going out to the sea, but he's leaving the desert behind. It's like the desert has left him thirsty. The desert has left him hungry. And so he's searching, right? He's going here to quench his thirst, and he's going towards the water, towards his emotional fulfillment. So that's an interesting card, because something has left the collective here feeling out in the cold today. And I'm not surprised with the heavy energies that are coming up today. They're very heavy, they're very dense. It was like walking through a dense fog this morning, getting out of bed, forcing myself to go to yoga, feeling my counterparts' energies, feeling my unprocessed emotions regarding Father's Day, feeling the collective's unprocessed emotions, their angst, their pain, their heartache. So this is the idea, sort of like you can see that she's been sort of, there's so 4 women here, and there's the 5th, and she's sort of been cast out. She's like an outcast. We often feel like an outcast on this journey. We feel misunderstood. We feel as though no one could possibly conceivably understand who we are, why we're here. And so we have dumbed ourselves down in the past. We have also played the role that society or friends or family expect us to play, too much to the dismay of our own soul. And so I do feel like at this time, with guidance and strength coming through, and the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, some very complex, challenging energies are coming up with this summer solstice, which is different from the very flowy, easy, peaceful energies we were having a few days ago. So you're asked to really go deep within to the chambers of your own soul and your own heart, and to just dwell there and gain the wisdom and guidance that you're seeking from your own self, from your own soul. This does speak of that higher 5D connection to the overall picture, like the greater lessons that are being learned through these tragedies that we've experienced in our life, through the pain, through the losses, through the fears. And, you know, it's like having to walk away from something again. And for a lot of you, this has felt like I've been talking about walking away from your counterpart, walking away from the journey. Many of you are questioning if you're even on the twin flame journey still. And that has left some pain in your heart. Even if your mind's totally convinced this is the right thing, or you're moving on with a soulmate, you still wonder, am I making the right choice? Because the Cups, again, is the heart space, your emotions. They're tied up in this connection because it's you. You could never walk away from yourself. You can try. That's why you can't get off this journey, because it's your relationship with yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, you do feel left out in the cold from your connection, from your counterpart, and maybe from various other people or aspects of your life or aspects of yourself. There is a real feeling here that I'm getting today of feeling just like you're losing parts of yourself, like it's a death feeling. It's a death process that you're moving through. There's something, it's like a limb is being chopped off. There's a part of you that has to go, that has to die, that has to be let go of, and it's painful, but you're doing it. You are walking away from it, but it is causing you to feel a bit lonely today and a bit all up in your emotions, right? All up in your emotions, not really able to logically consider this. And so you're asked to really just trust the guidance that you're receiving. And if you're asked to walk away from something or someone or some experience, then trust that what you're receiving is real and good and true. And you're asked really, you know, this is courageousness, ferociousness. In what aspect of your life, you know, passion, are you asked to imbue this part of your life with passion and ferocity and dedication? It's funny, it's represented by a tiger in this deck, but it's usually represented by a lion. I wonder why they went with tiger. And I've just noticed this for the first time, that there's a woman here. I never noticed that before. And she's literally a woman on fire. It's like there's no separation with her and the tiger. I feel like this is her subconscious. The subconscious right now is really leading the way and is asking you to be very direct with yourself, very honest with yourself. There's no room anymore for, it's not mistakes, but there's no room anymore on this journey for just things that do not belong in your head, in your thoughts, in your heart. So for a lot of you, you're wrapping up cycles, you know, from like 20, really 2016 to now, or 2016 to 2020. So we're wrapping up this sort of 4-year cycle where a lot of you may have walked away from a relationship during those years, and a lot of you had to really gain the courage and the strength, and you were that woman. You had to listen to your intuition, but you also had these sort of subconscious magnetic force that drew you into that relationship because you were learning something. But now you're strong enough to be able to detach from your subconscious and realize, I am not my mind. I am my soul. I am my heart. And so that's taken a lot of courage to walk away from certain things. And I want you guys to know that this process, this journey, is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak-minded. And I just think we need to take a minute to really appreciate our strength and our courage. I think it's really important that we do that. I'd like to get a card now for the divine feminine in particular. Can we have a card, please, for the divine feminine? Summer solstice energies for the divine feminine. Wow. It's a really beautiful card. 2 of Wands. And we see the globe here. We see the earth, which, you know, anytime there's 2, there's a decision. And for the 2 of Wands, it is complex. Because the Wands represents the signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire. But it also represents our soul, our spiritual journey, our spiritual quest for self-discovery, for understanding why we're here, what we're doing here. There's a definitive moodiness, if you will. You know, you can see, hopefully you can see with the glare here, that there is a woman and she's peering out sort of from the shadows, and we have the globe here, and this is a woman who is very much contemplating sort of the next steps of her journey on this earth. But I very much get the feeling of, why am I here and who am I? What am I doing here? What is my mission? And I see like the stars here. There's a star here and a star here atop the flames, and they're both sort of headed in the same direction. Interesting. So I feel like that could be the 2 twins, the 2 flames, and it may feel like you're at different points on your journey right now, like you're so far apart from each other, but you're moving towards each other just the same, because if you look real closely, there's a star, and you're moving, right? You're moving, both moving in the same direction. So that's a message that's coming through as well. I do want to read in the book to see what they say, because this is a deck that's interpreted very differently than traditional decks, so I do like to use the deck for these cards in particular. Yeah. It really talks about, choosing the right path. There are 2 separate paths, or there are many paths, right? Infinite possibilities, limited possibilities. How do you decide which of your inspired ideas and processes is most significant at this time? Do you know how to ground your passion and dreams and manifest them? Are you still searching for your mission, unsure which way to walk your path? Do you have the substance to lead others with the light of your spirit and wisdom? To the many inspired spirit warriors and light workers who have come to take part in the earth and transition, this card illustrates how the star seed's intention to serve as a leader or guide at this time will require reflection, discernment, which I've been talking a lot about here, and an understanding of how focused intent is the tool of leadership, which brings spirit into manifestation. So focused intent is the tool of leadership, which brings spirit into manifestation. Right, so the Wands, again, is the card or the domain of the spirit. And then it's how do you bring that into form, which this is why the earth is here. But for the twin flames, this is definitely about your dual mission, your dual purpose together. So feminines are definitely focused on mission work at this time, but they're starting to think about how or what role their counterpart plays in this mission, even if it's just your inner masculine, guys. Let's look at the masculine energy now. Kind of hope it rains today. It's really, really hot. Okay. These cards are challenging to shuffle, so I'm going to actually spread them out here and just choose one. Wow. well. So masculines, once again, we have confirmation that the masculines are being guided by their spirit, by their soul. It's interesting, right? We talked about this 2 stars there on top of the flames leading, in the same direction, even though it looks like they're separate. What I'm also getting from this, guys, before we move on to the star for the masculine energy, is that whichever path you take, you're on the right path. Like, there is no wrong path on this journey. So that's important to understand. It's heading in the same direction either way. Here's the star here. So there is this sense that the masculines are being led by the divine, and they're being led by their souls, they're being led by their hearts, and that they're no longer stuck in their ego. So even if he's finishing up something, because he is looking backwards, so even if he's finishing up something or wrapping up some karmic completion or karmic cycles from the past, which I do feel many masculines are doing at this time and will wrap up before the end of the year, that the star is guiding him regardless. It doesn't matter what he's wrapping up. It doesn't matter that there's still karma. That karma it's completed, it's done. There's just little remnants that need to sort of be tied up, just little loose pieces that are being tied up at this time. But look, his energy, he's reaching ahead. He's not reaching back. He's reaching forward. And his heart, if you notice, his heart is reaching not backwards, but in the direction. Kind of like certain poses in yoga. You reach your heart forward, right? You open up your heart. His heart is expanding and reaching towards his destiny here, towards the star. And also, you are the star. You are the prize on this journey. But the masculines have had to travel down this path of really getting right with their feminine energy and really trusting and having faith and their ability to be vulnerable and to not have that used against them, because I feel like for a long time the masculines have felt like their vulnerability is their weakness and will be used against them, and it has been with other partners. Some of you are going to feel inspired today to reach out to your masculines, and I just want you to be discerning regarding that and really decide, is this really for the benefit of all? Is this coming from an egoic place of needing to hear from them or wanting to hear from them because of something you're going through? Or is this because you really just want to say something and support them on this day, which may be very challenging for your masculine because you're feeling their feelings and you're transmuting, and that you would be okay with or without a response? That it's not, as long as you reaching out, your happiness will not be dependent on a response from them. I think it's a go. If you're reaching out for any other reason than to just reach out and support them, I would say probably don't do it today, because our feelings are really tender at this time, and you could easily sort of fall back into a triggering place, and we're already being triggered right now really heavily. So be gentle with yourself, make wise decisions, and maybe wait. And if you still feel that way tomorrow or in a week or in a few days, then maybe reach out. But again, with the expectation of nothing happening, with the expectation that they may not respond, with the expectation that you're doing it wholly and solely just to support them. Because I think a lot of times we reach out just because we need them, and it just doesn't really work that well on this journey. Okay. So we have some cards from the Moonology deck. We are being asked at this time to bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bring more love into the situation. Self-love, first and foremost, is being called for heavily at this time. But also love regarding your counterpart. Unconditionally loving with no expectations whatsoever. I think oftentimes we think we're doing this, but we have a hidden expectation, right? There's like the subconscious mind, and there's this hidden expectation that they're going to respond a certain way or by a certain time frame, or that this is going to get us back into union or communication. And then when it doesn't, and they respond with something else or the opposite of what we expect, we're sent into this challenging trigger moment. And that can take us off of our journey and off of our path of mission and really out of our purpose. So it's important to stay on track, feminines. A win-win outcome is forecast. So how is this relatable, feminines? How does this relate to your life. This came up the other day for the feminines, I believe, or something similar, a win-win outcome. There's no loss. You know, the scales of justice and karma are being balanced at this time. There is no conceivable loss. There is only a gain. There's only a win-win. So there's both sides are going to benefit. And I think this is in regards to, could be a legal matter for some of you, because we do see the scales of justice. This could also be relationships, because Libra rules the 7th house, and which is all about partnerships and relationships. This could indicate career-wise at work. There could be a promotion for some of you, more abundance, more money coming in, or just more stability. If you've been working part-time, this could turn into something more full-time. This could also mean self-employment advances for some of you, especially I'm hearing by the end of the year and into by the end of the year and a year from now, that things will be very different, and many of you will be moving into entrepreneurship. But also romantic relationships, friendships, right? Partnerships of all kinds is what the 7th house really symbolizes. So in what ways are partnerships really, really coming together for you, feminine? In what ways, how can you really gain a more positive outlook? Because I think right now, a lot of us, maybe, especially in the month of May and June here, your abundance may have sort of gone, and so a lot of us are sort of feel like we're playing catch up at this time. No pun intended. We're playing catch up. Now all I can think of is ketchup, like the condiment. But just know that things are turning around, that the wheels are turning, the wheel is turning, and a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, right? So this is the sign, again, of the home, the mother, which is interesting because it's Father's Day. So there's the sign of family and the mother. So it's like a beautiful balancing energy of the feminine and masculine once again. And just know that you don't have to hide within your shell, divine feminine or divine masculine watching, that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to expose yourself. And you can really trust the people that are in your life now. You can really trust them. You can trust that they have your best interests at heart. And you can trust that they're not going to hurt you, that they really and truly care. And they're here to support you above all else. We're going to get just some general guidance here. I mean, you're asked to remain positive. Is you know that things are working out regardless of how it looks or what it looks like here in the physical realm, the physical domain. So remain positive. Meditation brings answers, quiet time, contemplation, time to connect with your own soul and your own heart, finding the answers within you. The answers will literally appear in front of you if you can really dedicate some time to going within. And then forgiveness. There is forgiveness work that the feminine is asked to focus on at this time as well. So forgiving others, forgiving yourself. This has been a huge theme for divine counterparts for a long time now, especially because it's Father's Day. So where is it that you can forgive the masculine energy within yourself for not taking action, for not being your protector, right? For the masculine energy, protecting your feminine energy. And where is it that you can offer forgiveness to your own father, your grandfather, your uncle, your brothers, ex-lovers, ex-partners, okay? Big one. Big one. What about for the masculines? Masculines. Oh, why the cards always fall down? Ask your angels, masculines. Start a conversation with your angels. Okay, trust what you're hearing, trust what you're seeing, trust the advice that they're giving you. And look, the masculines are again working in the higher realms. ask your angels and look for a sign and trust the sign that you're receiving. I mean, it's like a lightning bolt of truth. Trust what you're receiving. Like a lightning bolt strikes you, you're like, no, that wasn't a sign. I didn't ask for that specifically. Really? Trust it. Trust what's coming through. Listen to your intuition. Trust this. This is what the masculines are learning to do. Now, feminines, you've been learning this for a long time now. It's time for the masculines to not even master their intuition. We all have intuition, but to trust what it is that they're receiving. Trust yourself. Look for a sign and then listen to what your intuition tells you about that sign. Use your own discernment. You don't need to ask anyone else outside of you. A lot of the masculines have been, looking for answers outside of themselves and going and getting tarot card readings and all these things. And that's okay. That's where the feminine was at for a long time. But what I'm really hearing, masculines, if you're watching here, is that it's time for you to listen to you. Not any external noise or chatter, including your feminine. The person you identify as your feminine counterpart, including her. This is all about you and your connection with your divine guidance, your connection with your higher self, and your connection with your own angels, your light team, your star family, your ancestors, and your higher self. There's no one else that you need to ask for advice at this time because no one else knows. It's your journey. And you've really stopped doing that, masculines, in your everyday daily life. But now it's time for you to really, really, like, the people that are closest to you might still think that they know what's best for you, and they don't. Only you do. Only you do. You might be putting a lot of people in their place, masculines. I'm feeling that ferocity of the strength card really when I said that. So you might be like, no, you don't know what's best for me. People love to give unsolicited advice. Okay. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Divine feminine. Dance and movement coming up right now. Meditation and motion. Move, dance, sing, bring more joy in. But do something that's going to shift your energy because, yes, today is heavy. The energies are heavy. They feel dense. They feel stale. They feel foggy. They feel just like really uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. And it just feels like you just sort of want to escape. It's an escapism energy. It's, again, the death energy is coming through really heavily right now. So do something different, right? Like, do something that's going to shift your energy in such a way that you start to, instead of aligning with like the depressing energy or the energy of loss or the energy of fear or the energy of whatever may be coming up, anger, sadness, do something that shifts your energy so that you align instead with the energy of joy and freedom. It's also about cleansing your aura, I heard. Cleansing, raising your vibration, increasing your vibration, cleansing your aura, aligning your chakras. What about advice for the masculines? It's really hot. Whew. Why I decided to do these outside? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I just did that. Okay. That's Jim Carrey, for those of you not in the know. I like to channel him at times, and that just came out, so never done that on video for the world, so enjoy. Akasha. Feminines, masculines, you're diving into the Akash. Your guidance is divinely guided. Yes. I mean, look. Ask your angels, divine masculine, Akash. Look for a sign, Akash. Listen to your intuition, Akash. This is all about you. Yes, you're healing your bloodline. You have all the answers, though. It's like masculines, you're opening the book of the Akash, and you have all the answers of everything that's ever transpired in this world and in all lifetimes. It's like past, present, future, all colliding at once. And the timeline that you're aligning with is a timeline that's your highest timeline. That's the most evolved and the most aligned. I'm going to look in the book for this because this feels really important. right now for the masculines to hear this. Where are you? Akasha exists in the 5th dimension in the library of souls. All soul contracts, for instance, are contained here. All of our souls contracts. So masculines, absolutely, the scales of justice, karmic retribution. You are wrapping up many, many karmic cycles. I mean, not just one, but many, many karmic cycles with many different people, many different experiences. So you're tapping into this Akashic realm, which holds answers and clarity and information, literally climbing the stairway of souls. And you're entering this without fear. I think you're seeing the bigger picture as to why things had to happen the way they did, why you ended up with the person you did, why it wasn't your twin flame, why you met when things were most complicated. Your feminine already understands this and did when you met, but you had to go through other experiences to understand the complexity of this challenging connection. Challenging but beautiful, miraculous, magical connection. So you're understanding that what's meant for you can't pass you by. And so it's like it's creating a flow and an ease within your life, masculine, but you're also understanding why things happen, why the bad things happen or the not so wonderful things happen. Like, again, you married the wrong person, or you ended up at a job and they took advantage of you or something, or you had a business partner and they stole from you or something, or an investment went bad. You're understanding why those things happen because it was part of your soul's contract. It was part of the lessons that you came here to learn. It was predestined and pre-planned by both of your souls. So you are exactly where you're meant to be, divine masculine, and you are absolutely asked to call in the helpers, your divine helpers, your light team, and your spirit guides, and you're asked. I mean, they are there. They are so ready to help you at this time. All lives are sort of coming up for you right now. All lessons from all lifetimes, which can be very overwhelming. But I feel like you're past the point of overwhelm and you've gone through the dark nights of the soul regarding this. And now you're coming into this place of just acceptance of this is where I'm at. This is what it is. And you're actually excited and eager to continue on this journey. You're eager to learn more. I really get that for the masculines, eager to learn more about their soul and really stepping out of the realm of the matrix and the realm of the 3D physical world and material world, and much more into the realm of the soul, and asking for help from your guides and your light team as well. This is a green light. Like, this is the energy, masculines, for you to just full force ahead. So guys, I am going to stop the reading there. I am going to have a reading over on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, there will be a special reading for you on there. I'm not sure quite yet what it will be, but I will announce it. And I'll announce it on YouTube here. And if you're wondering what Patreon is, go ahead and check the link. It's in the description box below the video. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, reach out to me at the email below. Happy summer solstice to all of you guys. I hope this was clarifying and helpful for you, masculines and feminines watching. Lots of love. Sending you guys lots of love. Take great care, and I'll see you soon.